Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It's motherfucking Friday. All of my kids are with their aunt. My aunt is in town. No, my sister is in town just on the humbug from Phoenix, just coming to visit. Man, she took all of her nieces and nephews over to her house and she's about to spoil them fucking rotten, like she always does. Man, so I'm about to go over there and just kick it with them for a minute before I go get treat myself to some Godfather's pizza, the best pizza in the city. I'm kind of jonesing for that right now. But peep game, man, we got to get into this shit, man, and that is the IBF. Shout out to the IBF for standing on business, man. Listen, I wasn't too favorable with how they moved with the Demetrius Andre situation with Canelo when he was at 160 pounds. Them not allowing him to, re-enter negotiations with Sergey Derevianchenko, or, that whole debacle. I wasn't too, partial to that. I thought that was kind of, weird. Because I do think certain fighters are deserving of preferential treatment, man. And Canelo was definitely a fighter deserving of preferential treatment. Terrence Crawford is a fighter that's deserving of preferential treatment. Naoya Inoue is deserving of preferential treatment. Anthony Joshua is deserving of preferential treatment. I get it. There are some fighters who have just done more than enough in the sport to where you give them clemency. Usyk was deserving of preferential treatment before they decided to strip him. I think that was the IBF that did that too. Yeah, it was the IBF because he just, you know, Dubois and Joshua is officially a title fight now. But I'm cool with fighters getting preferential treatment. But there is a limit to preferential treatment. And with them, I'm glad they said, nah, bro, we gave you all of the clemency we gonna give you, my nigga. We cut the line off right here. It's a wrap. I'm glad they did that. Because one thing, listen, I'm a Canelo fan, man, but I really want to keep shit in context, man. Nobody is above the program, even if you get preferential treatment. Nobody is above the program. I'm all for clemency to a certain degree. You can't just do whatever the fuck it is you want to do and not expect punishment. And I think with Canelo, I just think he, just when you get to the point where your level of arrogance is so brash to where you start to ignore the consumer what their demands are, there's certain actions that need to be taken. And I feel like in this fight, an action that should be taken is they shouldn't go to the fight. They shouldn't go to the fight. I don't know how many people, how many you can seat inside the T-Mobile Arena, but that shit needs to be halfway empty. That shit needs to be halfway empty. His pay-per-view buys need to do the numbers that Gervonta Davis did with Leo Santa Cruz, or what David Benavidez did with Demetrius Andre. Putrid fucking numbers. Because you're only as good as you're only as good as the money you get back if the with the depending on the that's contingent on the fan base that you've built over the past years that you've built or spent building it. There's more people who are pissed at you, and they may be those same people may go and still purchase the fight, but there's enough people to that are pissed at you to the point where that right there should be alarming, and you're choosing to ignore that. I just watched a clip of Edgar fucking Berlanga today, and it irritated my soul, bro. It's just, I don't dig dude, bro. I don't dig dude. I don't dig him, man. Just y'all already know how I feel about Spanish dudes with the word nigga. I'm not a fan of it. That adds to it, and just he already thinks he's this bona fide superstar, man. Like he just thinks that he's already made, that he's already self-made, and he's reached the mountaintop, and he's only about to fight for his first world title in a fight that he's not even remotely close to being ready for. He just wants the bag. He just wants the bag. That's why he kept saying, "Oh, that Canelo fight has to happen. That Canelo fight has to happen. That Canelo fight has to happen." He wasn't giddy to fight nobody else. He's fixated on Canelo. You dig? They fast tracked this dude into a Canelo Alvarez fight to where now, after this fight is over, he's going to be officially reduced to a gatekeeper because there's nobody at 168 pounds that's the factor that he's going to be. He's not fucking with Jaime Munguia. He's not fucking with Christian Mobility. He's not fucking with Diego Pacheco. He's not fucking with Caleb Plant. He'll be, I think Anthony Durrell will give him good work. And this is a past at Anthony Durrell. He's not fucking with Sergei Derevianchenko. He's not fucking with Zach Parker. He wasn't fucking with the version of John Ryder that, that got stopped by fucking Jaime Munguia. He's not that guy. He's not that guy, but he'd really be going around talking like he that dude or whatever. And it pisses me off that you've accommodated this man. So, how do y'all, I think now the next plan of attack needs to be, how do we go about letting it be known how disgruntled we are with this decision that you've made as a fighter? Why do you think that this is a fight that's worth $80? How could you think that? You're not about to sit here and convince me that you're that far removed from social media to where you didn't hear the grumblings of what the fucking consumer base was saying. Everybody is chastising you for this fight because it's not a fight that needs to be had. Because Edgar Berlanga is not that guy. He ain't shit. He's not. On a world level, no, bro. No. If Johnny Beck moved up, I have him beating Edgar Berlanga. If Carlos Adames jumped up, I have him beating Edgar Berlanga. I'm just saying, this is how low I think of this dude right now. And I really tried to be patient with this man, but this move really just pissed me off, man. It really set me off. So how do we as the fans give resistance and pushback to what it is to the decision that this dude made? Because that needs to happen starting right now. Because it's like people forget that, just it's the people on the bottom. It's the people on the bottom who are your biggest supporters, man. The blue collar worker, the regular 9-to-5 worker. Those are the dudes that you really get your guarantees from, because those are the ones who are gonna buy your fight. And when you just say fuck them niggas, all right, cool. So how do we go about the proper ramifications of that action? And that's something that we really need to discuss and talk about, because there's no fucking way you can convince me that there's no way. Like I said before in my last video, and I talked to some dude, some fucking cocksocket ass dude on Facebook. I told him this fight and the Chris Eubank fight, that's unacceptable. I understand it. If Canelo fought Chris Eubank Jr. in Europe, over in London, it's an exceptional fight on the premises that Eubank has a sizable following over there. He can't do those numbers over here in North America because niggas don't know him over here. Edgar Berlanga, it makes sense because of the Puerto Rican and Mexican rivalry. It makes sense because of that. But is this dude Miguel Cotto? Fuck no. Not even close. This dude ain't Xander Zayas. Let's keep this shit a stack. This dude ain't Subriel Matias. I don't understand how Puerto Rico does not get behind those two. Even off of a loss with Subriel Matias. How do y'all not get behind those two fighters? How are y'all not having them out at fucking the Puerto Rican Day Parade in fucking New York City? In Orlando? Wherever there's a sizable Puerto Rican presence at. Why are y'all not rolling him out? There's no reason why Edgar Berlanga should be getting the praise that he's getting. And he doesn't. He doesn't. But he gets enough love to where he really feels like he's solidified. Man, so listen. How do we go about giving this dude pushback? I'm not fucking with this fight. How do we go about doing that? Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube. What I need everybody to start doing, look for the best streaming sites available. And take all the money you can out that man's pockets. This dude ain't hurting for funds. He's just getting overly greedy. And it pisses me off how people who come from the bottom, and Canelo was definitely from the bottom. Let's not get it fucked up. Canelo is not he's not silver spoon. No. He comes from very humble beginnings. So you should understand what it means, what it means, what a dollar means to the regular, average, everyday blue collar worker. You should understand that, and you should understand if we are gonna come out of pocket $80 to watch you get in the ring and mix with somebody, that we want our $80 worth. And the fact that you would sell us Edgar Berlanga, I don't give a fuck, honestly, because I know there's been a lot of people who said, "Damn, I got to get lined up. This shit, these whiskers is killing me." But it's been people who have said that Edgar Berlanga fight is exception, except we can accept the Edgar Berlanga fight if it's a fight with David Benavidez on the horizon. No, we can't. I'm sorry, bro. I'm nah, bro. No, 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 no. And I'm not, listen, you had your tune up with Jermell Charlo. You had your tune up with Jermell Charlo. You had a good, tough fight with, a competitive fight in spurts with Jaime Munguia. I'm not giving you no pass on fighting Edgar Berlanga, bro. I'm not. I refuse to do that. Because this dude ain't shit. This dude ain't shit, Big New York. Man, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. You not that guy. Nobody in their right mind believes that this is going to be a competitive bout. He's going to carry you for about 2.5 rounds, and he's going to commence to obliterating you. I don't want to see this shit, bro. I mean, it would be it's a sweet victory in the sense I get to see Edgar Berlanga get crashed. But I'd rather someone beneath Canelo do that. Feed that fool to Christian Mabili, bro. And let Mabili fucking Sub-Zero fatality your head into the crowd. That's what I'd rather. You are beyond fighting Edgar Berlanga. And what's crazy is both him and Mabili they're Mandos. But Mabili he's showing to have a higher ceiling. He's showing to have a higher ceiling. He's showing improvement in what. Nah, fuck this. He's showing improvement. Everything, when he gets out there, he fights, he puts on, he dazzles the crowd. He's off in niggas' heads. We're seeing consistent growth. And his fight with Carlos Gongora was a war. So he's been through the gauntlet to a certain degree. He's fought adequate opposition, man. You have not. They stepped you up to Coceres and you looked horrible, and you've looked horrible ever since that fight. As I stated before, this dude was having fucking nightmares about that fight going into his last fight. Bro. I don't want to see this dude, bro. Every time we see him, he with Fat Joe. I don't want to see them two. I can't stand them two. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. I can't stand neither one of them, bro. They repulse the fuck out of me. And I'm tired of it, bro. I don't want to see these dudes. And now I gotta be forced to. I don't, because I honestly, if I'm being real, I'm contemplating not even watching the fight in general. The stream side is already on deck. I'm contemplating, man, do I even want to watch this shit? And to add insult to injury, y'all got fucking Erislandy Lara and Garcia as the co-main event for a title bout. What the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And if what I'm hearing correctly, all of the fight that Caleb Plant was supposed to be the fucking main event, all that shit is getting moved over to the Canelo Alvarez undercard. What is this? So now that takes away from the free show that you niggas was promising for since January. What the fuck? It's just real filthy work over there, bro. It's real filthy work over there. You have two champions over there at 160 pounds on that side of the street, and y'all don't put them in the ring to unify? Lara is done. Feed that nigga to fucking Carlos Adames. Feed him to Carlos Adames. That way we can get an undisputed title bout at 160 pounds by way of the Turk. By way of his excellency. You give Danny Garcia, who ain't did shit at 154 pounds, you beat Jose Benavidez at 154 pounds, bro. Whoop the fucking do. Whoop the fucking do. Took 2 years off. Now you get a title bout, bro. Man, what the fuck is going on over there? This is cool. Y'all got the only fight that I look forward to, if this is the real undercard, this is just the rumblings I'm hearing. The only fight that I look forward to is Barrio Barrios versus Amantes Stanionis. That's the only fight to look forward to. That's the only fight to look forward to. Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga. Danny Garcia versus Erislandy Lara. Bro, come on, man. Y'all not, this is the... Wow. Wow. It's just like y'all, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Lara is done. Feed him to Adames. Why is Danny Garcia getting the title bout off for 2 years of inactivity and never stepping foot in the fucking middleweight division until he steps in the ring with Lara? Why is this happening, dog? Why? Why? For the love of God, can someone please explain that to me? Nobody can. This is the PBC way. Trash bag ass fights. And I made a mistake saying the fight with DAZN, that fight. DAZN needs to give us that fight for free. I don't think it's on DAZN. I think it's just on Amazon. It's a PBC fight. I don't know if it's in conjunction with DAZN or what. I don't know. But if it is, because Edgar Berlanga is a matchroom fighter. So if it is in conjunction with DAZN, if they're working together on this one, they need to go on ahead and get this shit to us for free. Because there's nothing exciting about this card. There's nothing exciting at all. This is a horrendous card, bro. This shit is trash. Big trash. Shout out Mike Peake. Big trash. This is nothing to get excited about, man. Nothing. There's no interesting undercard. There's none of that. And you are going to punish us to watch it? My nigga, I don't think so. You're going to punish us. You're going to punish us to watch this fucking fight. I'm not, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm not paying for that shit. And I said it once, I'm going to say it again, man. I'm strongly contemplating not even watching this shit on fight night. I'll probably watch it. I'm more than likely going to watch it because it's a fight and I'm a fan of Canelo Alvarez, but I can't stand behind this shit, bro. I can't stand behind this. Lara Darcy, man, get the fuck out of here, man. What do we do about what's the plan of attack as far as resistance is concerned? Because I already got my plan of attack. I'm already in boxing pages slandering this fight, slandering Canelo for this fight. Man, get this shit the fuck up out of here. Shout out to the IBF for stripping him. And I mean that. I mean that. It's only so much of your fuckery I can take. You would have been better off fighting William Skull, bro. How you pay William Skull step aside money to go fight Edgar Berlanga? It's probably an equal dollar amount in that fight with William Skull. Why? Eventually, you got to come to the conclusion that, nah, man, this ain't the move. This ain't it. This ain't it. And you have to come to the conclusion that I don't want to upset the consumer base that has put me in the privileged position that I'm in now, to where I'm successful off of my craft. Don't disrespect us. Don't piss on our leg and tell us it's raining. Don't do that, man. When you start to smack the people who supported you since you've been on paper, since before you was on pay-per-view, when you start to smack them in the face, it's a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem, bro. A huge one. There's absolutely nobody asking for a fucking Edgar Berlanga fight. Nobody. Nobody in their right state of mind would ask you to fight Edgar Berlanga because nobody thinks nothing of Edgar Berlanga for you to fight him. Nobody. Nobody. And if we being now as bad as no you're not as bad as we're waiting on David Benavidez to activate his mandatory. He didn't do it. Why you need a week? 3 weeks to do? Why? Why do you need to do that? We could have had a legitimate argument. We could have had other things to say. I would have been one of the niggas. Yo, you running from David, but you didn't file your mandatory, so I can't even use that. I'm all for slandering this dude right now, bro. As a fan of his, I'm all for slandering him. Because the minute you stop giving a fuck about me and my pockets, I can't just use $80. Like I can't just use $80 or whatever, man. $80 is what brother good. It's gonna cost me $60 to get my hair, trimmed and my face lined up tomorrow. That's damn near $80 right there. That's $20 short of $80. The other dub I put in my tank. $80 right there towards something constructive. Not no fucking Edgar Berlanga fight. You understand? Stop ignoring the consumer base, man. You spend years building up your brand. You spend years building up your fan base just for you to fuck around and fuck it off like this. You've converted me as a fan. I was a detractor of yours at a point in time. I'm a big fan of yours now. Not too big to the point where I disregard this bullshit that you're doing, though. I'm not him. You out of your mind if you think I'm about to come out of pocket $80 to watch you beat the shit out of Edgar Berlanga. Not happening, bro. Deuces.